All right, hello. Welcome to the dev blog for Milo. And what you're watching right now is some of the first footage that I've gotten with online multiplayer with another person besides myself, testing it on my laptop. So I'm excited to share this and to experience with you what it's like to see other people besides me putter around in this game. This I don't know if you remember, but Crumb was a character class that I come up with maybe like a month into development, and he kind of took a back seat because of my lack of experience. Basically, I kind of needed to play catch up on some stuff before I could really feel comfortable creating an entirely different class. So, but this is the product of that work. Now, of course, the super speed and all that is not part of the planned release of the game. It's the game is actually going to be, in my mind, it's a lot slower paced, and if it gets faster, it would increase pretty slowly, incrementally throughout any given session. But yeah, there's some goofy stuff happening. A few people have played it and they've quickly discovered that the remote mines can, launch you like kind of like Team Fortress style, or I don't know, Quake or Unreal. It's just a way of pushing yourself toward any given direction, and it's fun, but it's again another thing that's it's not going to be, if it's in the game, it's going to be very used very sparingly. But yeah, so that's the video, and this is a build, the last build that I released. But I have the current build, which has some bug fixes and just little tweaks and stuff. And I'm going to be putting the changelog in the description of my videos now, and I'm also going to be uh, posting an invite to the community Discord. There's now a Milo official community Discord where you can kind of, if you're interested in following the game or seeing like what kind of stuff I'm doing at any given time, then definitely just drop in and say hello. Um, but oh, whoops! I actually didn't want to open this editor twice. I wanted to open the actual client. So that is here, I believe. So I missed last week's scheduled dev blog. I actually didn't miss it. I actually recorded it, but I didn't post it because I had some more technical issues, and I started editing together a little vignette about the making of this main menu, and I just talked myself out of posting it. So I'll just type in some random thing. Here's our host game. Hit accept. And when you accept it, it poops you into a little lobby map, in which point you can basically wait here and until all the players in the map are ready, and then whoever's the host can start the session. And you can select the characters here. I don't know if they'll stay here. I might migrate them to just somewhere in the map. That way you don't have a UI thing. But for now, it's got a little UI menu, and you press Tab to hide and show it. And if you switch characters, it'll kill you, and then it'll despawn you, and then respawn you. And this map, of course, is just a silly little thing I kind of just whipped up. But for this, one, why don't we do? Why don't I show you Crumb? And then I'll go to Start Session. And here we go. It automatically loads us into the warehouse map and spawns as the Crumb character class and spawns the Crumb gun, which is, you know, it used to look kind of like a Nerf gun, if you recall, like kind of a really silly cartoonish looking gun. Well, now it's this one. It's got a little bit of a beefier sound to it, and yeah. And of course the model is the model I made, and I based this one off of a Smith & Wesson revolver. I forgot what kind exactly, but it's an actual gun that I have, and I modeled that one pretty faithfully, and I took that old 3D model that I did of it, and I am sort of repurposing it for this. I don't have any clear vision, like really clear vision for Crumb yet, but I'm still kind of exploring different things. But sooner than later, I'll have a better idea of kind of what he's all about. The barriers are different in the sense that they actually give you a widget to, you know, if it needs repairing. And this isn't perfect yet, but if it's damaged and you overlap it, it'll give you a repair, you know, prompt. And of course, if it's full health, then when you overlap it won't prompt you. The problem is it won't actually remove the prompt when it's full health and you're still in the middle of an overlap. But I'll figure that out. Probably use like an event dispatcher or something. And there's let's see, is there a few things? Oh yeah, so the coins are working better now. They were a little funky. They weren't actually registering to the player state. And in fact, I even fixed it to the point where they did, but when I used the cream machine, it wouldn't. Depending if they got the coins were given them on begin play by their player state or by picking them up, it wouldn't replicate the cosmetic effects like the lights and stuff on the cream machine properly. So that's all situated, but one of the problems that came along with that is that the sound stopped working, at least the way it had been implemented, the pickup the coin sound. So I just removed that until I could figure out what's going on. There's also particle effects, you know, when different levels of damage are shown on the barrier, which is pretty cool. It kind of gives it kind of a sense of like, you know, something's happening. And there's a little loading kind of widget that appears when you're actually in the middle of repairing, and that will actually be put on a delay if the damage being done to the barrier is done by the player, which is really just to prevent people from like holding the fire button and the repair button and just repair damage, and it's kind of a, you know, it just looks sort of comical and lame, so I just put a little delay on there. So if you actually are repairing this and you damage it, it's just going to oh wait, hold on, it doesn't actually stop it in the middle of it. Let me see here. So if I'm repairing and then I'm firing, so yeah, it won't actually interrupt the repair if you still have the input use key held down. So that's on the to-do list. But if you're not holding it down, which is, you know, depending on the case, you might not be. It's going to add a little bit of a delay before it actually accepts your input as a real repair, event. There's also a little bit of a camera shake now I added to the Crumb gun. I thought it might, since he is sort of shaping up to be more of a demo man type of character. I thought maybe I'd give him sort of a little bit of a intensity in the way he fires his gun. Some people have asked me if I'm adding reloading to the game, and I am. That is part of the plan. I'm not exactly sure when it'll be implemented. I'm still working with a tutorial, trying to make sure I, cross my T's and dot my I's with these abilities. Also, and I should definitely mention the debug menu at the top left. So that's a new thing, and I'm gonna have a way to hide and show this. But it's the bottom right is the control, scheme or whatever, and you can teleport by pressing O. Oh boy, that's not good. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Let me just reboot the game here. I added these blocking volumes to prevent people from sort of launching themselves off the map. That's funny because the first person who did it was me. Because if you actually fall through the level, or you reach a point in the map where there's no floor, you'll actually just fall, and at a certain I guess altitude or whatever, you'll just die. There's like a kill. It's like called a kill Z volume or kill Z level. So once you reach a certain number of units on the negative Z axis, then you'll just die, and that's what we just experienced. And watch me accidentally press that again in like a minute. O is to teleport, which is really, I just showed you that totally went wrong. It's just to show you that you can just jump out of this map really quickly. If for some reason you don't want to shoot these things or fight your way out of here, you can just quickly teleport. And but if you are in a position where maybe you do want to just fight your way out of it, but you don't want it to go as long, you can always turn on the damage multiplier, which should work. If I change this to, I don't know, 10 or something in the console, then I should be able to do a lot of damage really instantly. And that worked quite well. If I could just hit something with this gun, it'd be a one hit kill. So those are the console commands up there. su dot. There's spawn bots. You can change if bots should spawn. So if I do that, then the next level they will no longer be spawning. If I did that right. Yep, I think I did that right. So there's that. There's also stuff, if you're I doubt that anyone is going to be too interested in this, but if you want to do a line trace visualization with the guns, you can do that. su.debug weapons space 1, and now you've got a cool visualization of where the bullets are actually landing at any given time. It's fun for me to see, and really helpful for me to see where the line traces are actually happening, because I'm trying to get a result that I like, and having this little debug is pretty cool. And of course it works for guns or any things that are performing a line trace that have this. And I think I actually might need to add it to the human pistol. So I'll just make a note of that really quick. Line trace. So let me just glance at the changelog really quickly. So yeah, the boundaries are not this, but the well, yeah, here it is this. So it's just a visible blocking volume, and this will prevent people from just kind of being very easily jumping over the map. I mean, I imagine you probably still could do that, but I think it might be a little bit harder. Oh, wow, there it is. That's still not too hard. So I better fix that. I mean, that is really high up. I mean, this is the, oops. That is so high up. That is just insane. So I'll just raise this up to, I don't know, 7,000 maybe. Maybe I know it's adding to the bottom too, but I'll just say 15,000. What do you think of that? Oh, I'm adding it the wrong way, right? Oh no, it's the X. What am I? Right. Okay, so 15,000. Yeah, let's try that, and let's see if anyone could beat this. 15,000. 15,000. 15,000. Yeah, there we go. And you know what? Just for safe measure, since we've got them all here. Oh, come on, you butthole. And we'll just raise these up, get the full benefit of all that space, and then while I'm at it, change that teleport so that's not all funky. Go to this debug over here, and let's say, where are we at? Oh yeah, O for teleport. So it was -225. I think it's on the X, because that's why it's so far. I don't know why it would be any different on the Y. Maybe I get the Z, but let's try to do -1,000. Whoops. 1,000. Yeah. So this is probably more suitable. More suitable for these purposes, and here's the blocking volume, of course. And there you go. No way anyone can break this now. No way. Or nope. Let's try it one more time. Maybe if I can like keep launching herself, it might be possible, but oof, man, it kind of makes you feel sick a little bit. So yeah, I don't think anyone's going to be getting out of this map again soon. Unless, of course, I missed something really obvious. And that's a good thing, because I don't want to figure out player respawning after that kill Z or whatever. Because player respawning is already working in other contexts. When the new round starts, for example, there's a respawn, a global respawn for all dead players at the moment. So yeah, that's mostly it. Let me get some cream here. Oh man, these guys are really tough. Oh, I bet if someone gets super speed and they might be able to finally figure out how to clip through this. But let's let it be a challenge. Anyone who sees this, if you want the build, I'll give you the build. And if you can get out of this map, I'll pay you. I'll pay you in real American Disney dollars. So the challenge starts today. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do, but just gonna chip away at it very slowly but surely. And March 18th, I believe, March 18th is the 6-month mark. That is the goal that I had for having a playable, working demo prototype-ish type of thing. And I believe I'm on track to having something. I mean, I feel like I'm happy getting this far. I would have been happy at getting this far at 6 months. For sure. So, but I am also happy to have another month, basically, to kind of find more of a real feel for this game and kind of explore like really what it's gonna what it might feel like in terms of the pace of it and the tone, because there's a lot of things that are missing to give the game the kind of feel that I like, because that's really my ultimate goal, is to make something that's really fun for me, or not like a self-indulgent, like if it's fun for me, like it screw everyone else. It's more like I want to make the game a game that I want to play, because really, if I want to play it, then I don't really have to. I don't have to think too hard about what other people are going to find fun, because there's a lot of games out there, a lot of games that I think are not fun at all, but a lot of people like them. So, but that's why other people are making them, and I'm not making them, and I'm making this one because this is going to be one that I think is fun. So yeah, that's the deal. But yeah, have a great Thanksgiving. Love you. Happy holidays. I'll see you next week. Toodaloo.